It should be working, or at least it is now, I
All
think.
right.
So honestly, I want to talk. Rick Davis, you're a man that really needs no introduction. You're not only states famous, which is States Vegas famous, but you're world famous. But before we jump into all that good stuff, I want to get back to the van that you pulled in here with.
Oh yeah.
So when we open that bad boy up, it is not what I was expecting.
No, man. I designed it. I'm a hippie.
Oh, come on.
No, man, I'm a hippie. I was when I was in high school. I was at North Idaho High.
Yeah.
And I was the only one that had hair down to my shoulders. The only guy that had hair down to his shoulders. And I would fight every day. And that's what got me into martial arts, because everybody beat me up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I graduated high school at Statesville High at 135 pounds.
So you were a small
I
guy.
was a very small guy. I got little bones. And I started lifting weights, and muscle started coming on very quickly. And I got into martial arts, I'm a badass. I started, thinking I was anyway, and so it just took off from there. And at the same time, I was getting into martial arts, fitness. At the same time, I was playing music.
Mm-hmm.
So in those two things, my brother told me, this goes for everybody in the world. He said, find something that you love. You have a passion. Master it. I hadn't worked.
Get out of here.
No, come on now.
So martial arts and music, that's your passion.
That's what I do.
So you've never worked. You hadn't worked in 50 years.
Yeah, it's been about 50 years. I play music. I beat people up.
Well, that's kind of.
I beat them up by same tone.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, you are, you're an assassin, right?
Yeah,
but yeah,
musical assassin.
but then you come back in, you play some beautiful music. Which, by the way,
yes, sir.
I did not know until very recently, because we have a very good mutual friend,
Yes,
Beanie Pfeiffer,
that
let me know that, oh, by the way, Rick isn't just a badass 3-time world champion.
Yes, sir.
He is also an incredibly talented musician.
I have played with. I opened up Allman Brothers band, Marshal Tucker band, Triumph.
Okay, so how did you wait a minute? Let's back up here. How in the world did a guy from a hippie from North Iredale getting his ass whooped every day go from that to being the guy opening up for Marshal Tucker band, Doobie Brothers, Allman Brothers,
I want to
Triumph?
tell you a beautiful story.
Okay.
And people, your words are power. And your words brings death, and it can bring life. And the Rock Festival in 1969, Love Valley, the Allman Brothers played. Well, actually, I don't know how long they played. I didn't get to go to the Rock Festival. But after it was over, I went, because Mom wouldn't let me go, 14 or 15. But I knew all the Allman Brothers music. I was a bass player. I was a guitarist, but I was playing bass most of the time. And so I went up there, and it was at the Silver Spur, I think, at the time, what it was called then. But Allman Brothers was playing.
At the Silver Spur.
Dwayne Allman.
Get out of here.
Come on now. Dwayne Allman, Greg Allman, Barry Oakley before he died, Butch Trucks, the drummer. All of the whole band was there. Well, Barry, the bass player, walked off. I guess he's taking a break. And Greg, when I walked in, he was leaned up against a pole. And I was like, Jesus, Greg Allman, my idol. And so we were sitting there, and Dwayne Allman was playing, kind of doing stuff. And I looked around. I walked up and grabbed the bass and started playing Whipping Post. Boom, ba 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 boom, ba 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 boom, ba 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 boom. And so next thing I know, man, we're playing for 30 minutes.
Get out of here.
And I'm doing a bass solo. I'm doing all this stuff. So I set it down, because Barry came in, and he was listening. I set it down.
Pull this a little close to you just in case.
Yeah. And what happened was, they were like, how old are you? And I was scared to death, because I thought they'd go, oh, get out of here. I said, 15. They went, you're what? I said, 15. They said, dude. Greg Allman walked up to me, and he goes, you keep this up, you're going to make it. Well, that launched me. That was fire. My idol said, you can make it.
Do you know the set of nuts you have to have on you to
That was
walk up
huge.
there just to pick up that bass? I mean, number one, you're in the Silver Spur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number two, it's like guitars and instruments are like a motorcycle.
Oh yeah.
You don't go
don't touch
messing
'em.
with the man's motorcycle
don't.
or his guitar.
Don't touch it.
Dude, it's amazing that you didn't get beat up there.
I had faith in my ability. It was a gift. I just could pick up quick.
Yeah.
I hear a song, I could play it. And my sister, she was a great musician, singer out of Nashville. She played with Dolly Parton, Marty Robbins, Willie Nelson, and some big groups. My brother played in bands, so we had that musical talent. And it was passed down to me, I think, too. My mother would sing and play piano a little bit and stuff, and so we had a lot of musical talent. But you know what was funny? In 1979, I was on the road with this group called Passenger. I mean, we had like transfer.
Get out. It's
No,
here to me.
Come on now. You're a transfer truck. And so we would play in, Coliseums in front of 20,000 people, rock concerts, wherever. We play. We couldn't play in, well, we did one time. We played in states where we had to take our stuff down because we had such a big a presentation of music. I mean, it's just stage just full of Marshall and all this is great. And so we opened up for the Allman Brothers in Atlantic, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got through playing, I went back, and there's another band in the Allmans, and they said, "Oh man, y'all are great. Y'all are awesome." And the band was amazing. Passenger was amazing. And I said, "Greg," I said, and Dickie Betts, I said, "You remember playing up in Love Valley?" And it's kind of like, yeah, they didn't have a good time up there. People threw mud at them.
You're kidding me.
No, and they walked off stage.
Now, see, I've never heard that story.
Yeah, that's true. So they walked off.
Way to go.
Yeah. I gave Love Valley a black eye, but Dickie Betts, he bought a house up there. He liked the country pretty good.
So that's always been a rumor, but it's actually true.
True.
He did.
Yeah, he did. And the cool thing about it was, and I said, guys, and I was telling them about when I played, and I said, I was that kid, the long hair, black hair, I was up there and I was playing, and they went, "That was you?" And I went, "Yeah." And they said, "Hey, Greg, you changed my life." He goes, "How?" I said, "You hit me on the shoulder and said, 'You keep this up, you're going to make it.'" And I said, "I knew I could, because if Greg Allman said I could make it, I could make it." And he looked at me, he goes, "You made it." So at the time, I was playing with the biggest bands in the world.
And how old were you?
I was 23.
Oh, man, 23 years old, in a band,
Crazy.
traveling,
All
opening up
over
for the
it.
Allman Brothers.
Crazy.
I mean, life could have been worse.
No, it could not got any better. And and after the band we broke up, I got to play overseas. I go to Bangkok where I studied Thai boxing. I was the first guy in North Carolina that went to Thailand and said, "I want to learn Thai boxing," and I'm the highest ranking Muay Thai practitioner in America. I just received a reward from the Kingdom of Thailand for the Grand Master.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And I just got my jiu-jitsu teacher. I'm a first-degree black belt in Brazilian Jujitsu, which took me 14 years.
It took you 14 years.
It's the hardest art in the world to learn. It's calculus of the martial arts. And I'm just receiving my second now. And I'm so excited at this age just to keep on going.
And we'll get into more of your career here in a little bit, but it's interesting. It's amazing that someone like you, with the credentials that you just routed off, and you've been practicing martial arts for how long?
50 years.
50 years. That it took you 14 years to earn your black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but to see you smile like that, man, it's such an honor for you. You're proud.
Yes,
Yes. And the fact that you're still learning.
Very humble. Yes.
And you are, there's not a lot of folks who, number one, are going to stick with something that long.
Yeah.
But yet you're still continuing to strive
forever
and to get better.
Yes. Yeah.
Good for you.
I like to go to New York with Enzo Gracie Academy, and I go up to Manhattan, and I like to train up there for about a week. I just had a knee replacement.
I heard.
2 months ago, and I'm already 2 weeks. I was back in the gym on the mats.
I don't know. Does your doctor know that?
He said, when I went to visit him and my PT, my physical therapist, they said, "We want you to do this. And they went, "Get out."
Get out.
They said, you are so head and shoulders above everybody else. And I'm not anything special, brother.
Mhm.
It's just you tell me to do something, I'm going to do it. But usually I go overboard,
Right.
But I knew not to push it too hard, because your body will tell you,
Right.
swelling too hard, back off. But it's been 2 months, and I can do anything. I can kick, I can run, I can do anything, and it's amazing.
And have you had? Is this your first knee replacement?
Second.
On the same
I
knee?
had one on the right.
Okay.
And this was my left. I got hit by a car on my Fat Boy.
Oh man! Oh, and you're riding motorcycles too.
I was. After I got hit, I quit.
Yeah. Well, there's two types of motorcycle riders: those who have crashed and those who will.
That's what my doctor said.
Well,
he says eventually we get you.
Eventually.
And it scared me because at this age, especially now I'm alone, I've really got to take care of myself. And if, now it used to be. Again, I'd fight in the ring. I'd fight in Russia. I'd fight in France. I'd fight in Italy. I'd fight in Montreal. I'd fight in Florida. I'd fight all over the world. And now I'm like, fight right?
It hurts.
And I was telling this young lady today who fought this past weekend. She's 38. And I told her, I said, listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm your mentor. At 38, you should be retired, not starting to fight. Don't do that. That's for young people or the 20-year-old. Time you're 35, you need to stop.
Yeah.
I try to, but it's ego. I know what it is.
Of course.
It's ego.
Well, we also don't want to think that we're as old as we are.
I know.
But we got to listen to our body.
It took me a long time. It took me a long time to figure that one out.
Well, yeah. You pick up on things quick, though.
Yeah. I try to. Yeah.
So what happened exactly with Passenger? I want to back up a little bit. Why did you guys break up? It sounds like you guys had some momentum and some steam.
Oh, it's my fault.
Is it really?
It really was. But here's something else that's crazy. I got into ministry.
Okay.
And I said, I can't play rock and roll. I'm going to get my ministry.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Bible college and did everything I could,
mm-hmm.
to study the Bible. I almost had the New Testament memorized. I did. Graduated top of my class. But then I started reading and reading. And once again, like Jiu-Jitsu, like Muay Thai, I go to Thailand for 20 years to study. I dissected that. Oh, nothing but balls. And I wrote a thesis. Inadequacies of the Bible. And my, I won't mention his name, my professor, he said, we know that, but people don't read the Bible, Rick. And he said, you can go out here and still help people. You'll have a great retirement. I have to live the truth.
Yeah.
And that's why I left karate. Because, you're doing this, and the block, and it wasn't right. The kata, I go, nah, man, I'd rather shadow box. I'd rather learn to box. And so as soon as I see truth, I'll quit and go toward that goal. Because I know that's where it's the best. Today, MMA, no one can beat those fighters. You can't. If you do, let me know, because we'll make a lot of money. Millions. Right. You can't beat them. And their art is Muay Thai, boxing, wrestling, and Jiu-Jitsu. Right. My art. So, art. So when I studied the Bible, and 90% of my friends are Christians. I love them. Mm-hmm. And I put something on Facebook. I said, I accept your beliefs. Please accept my unbelief.
How was that received?
Most people are very kind. Yeah. And a couple people try to get me going, oh my God, you're going to hell. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's great. That's cute. But I've been with the Buddhists. I've been with the Muslims. I've been with all kind of religions. I love them all, as long as you're kind. And if that's what helps you get through this life, this tough life we have, this hard life we have, all means stay with it, please. For me, it wasn't for me. Yeah.
One of our former CEOs of the company I work for, what I call my real job, he, as a hobby, he would study religions all across the world. Wow. And he said the one common denominator that every religion has, that he's found, is that be kind.
Be kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do have a religion. Do you know what religion means?
I don't.
It means,
Rick, always assume, like everybody who listens,
yeah.
Assume I know nothing
Okay.
because I don't know anything about
Okay.
anything.
Religion means to be bound.
To be bound.
To be bound. And I am bound by my religion. Religion is called peace and love.
You are a hippie.
But I'm a hippie guy. I told you. I got to grow my hair out. And I have one commandment. Harm no one.
Harm no one. Isn't that amazing? A man, you who has been in the ring or across the world, has one, and it's harm no one.
Harm no one. You know, and violently, you know, against their will. You know,
right.
That kind of thing. You know, when we step in the ring, that's his will to punch me and me punch him back.
But there's also, you know, you can harm people with words.
Oh my gosh!
And you know, it doesn't have to be physical. It can be. There's other forms of malice behavior that someone can evoke on other people.
And that's what I said. Like Greg Allman gave me fire, and I said, "With your tongue comes life or death."
Mm-hmm.
And I love to encourage people now. I love to pick them up. I love to hold them. I love to love them.
Yeah,
I really do, man. It's peace and love, and love comes peace, and peace comes love, and they coexist. You can't have one without the other, and that's what I love to do. I just love it, man. Just like you, first time I met you, and I'm in love with you.
Oh, well, thanks, Rick.
I am, man. You're just such a beautiful spirit.
Oh,
and that's the kind of people I want to gravitate toward, you know. And you know, if somebody's got an ego, I just go, okay, yeah, that's cool.
There's a lot of those
Stay
out there.
Stay over there. Stay over there.
So you were in passenger, then you decided, you know, sex and rock and roll wasn't for you. You wanted, you know, to learn the scripture.
Not the sex, it stayed there.
Of course. And
yeah.
then, so you did. How long were you in the ministry?
Oh, about 10 years.
So you were how old when you left?
About 38.
So 38. So in your early 20s, you're touring. So then you go, and now once you decide, okay, now what's Rick going to do at 38? What'd you do?
I just kept putting myself more toward the martial arts.
Okay.
And the music. A band is like being married 5 different.
That's tough.
It's tough. So I just said, I'll play by myself, you know?
Okay, so you went solo.
So I'm solo, yeah.
And have been for a long time?
A long time. Now I have a beautiful home. Oh my gosh, I love my home. I just love it. And I have a music room downstairs. It's about this big almost. And it's really cool looking, very hippie. Beatle, all that stuff. And I got me a little drummer girl. Her and her husband, they're just precious. They're some of my students.
Okay.
And she started studying drumming, and now she's my drummer. So we played at the Red Buffalo about a month ago.
Oh yeah, Joe's a great guy.
Joe's a great guy.
One of the best.
Yeah,
love him.
And we packed it out, and everybody was hollering. And it made us feel good. And as she was so scared. First time she ever played in front of people. That was like my 100th.
No.
1000th time to play. You know, so I'm just very comfortable. You know, with my guitar.
So what is the most memorable moment you have on stage when you were playing it in front of arenas and opening up for big bands?
I don't think I can narrow it down. There's just been so many beautiful, wonderful times. You know, playing big. You know, I went and saw John Mayer not long ago, and I was at the Charlotte. Where they have all the outdoor concerts. I don't know who owns it now.
PNC maybe?
Yeah, PNC.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was sitting there and I was with my friends, and they're like, people, you know, what would it be like to play in front of these people? And I just go, I did.
Yeah.
And so every time I play, it's just a memorable moment. It's just heart touching, and something, you know, as I grow older, I look back and I reflect and I just smile. You know, and I just go, oh my gosh, I had a beautiful, wonderful, I did everything in life I wanted to do.
Was there another musician that had a huge impact on you, or who just blew you away with talent?
No, there's just so many out there. Eric Clapton is probably one of my icons.
Now, did you ever get to see him in person or play?
No, I got to see that guy, you know, because he's getting old.
He is getting older.
And and he's still amazing, you know, but again, John Mayer, you know, of course, the Allman Brothers, Triumph, Led Zeppelin. I saw them, and you know, I love them all.
Right.
And the Beatles probably might be one of my favorites, just because I grew up with them and they kind of made me want to play. Him and Elvis, you know. Elvis Presley was, I used to try to sing like him when I was young, you know. and matter of fact, I got hired at weddings because I used to sing just like them.
Really?
I could imitate them.
You could
very good.
impersonate them.
I can very impersonate them, and people would hire me to do Elvis. And I went, no, I want to do Rick Davis. But Elvis was a big influence, really.
And so, okay, and now you started doing you're doing your martial arts and you're recording yourself or on. Do you have any? Have you ever produced any music? Like, can people go find Rick Davis music and download it or consume it?
You know, that is my downfall. And that's why I got with Ken Powers, Crossroads Studios here in Statesville, because he's going to help me out.
Okay.
And because I suck at it. I'm a musician. I'm not a producer. I'm not a marketing guy.
Neither am I. You just saw that earlier.
Yeah.
With me running this board.
You're awesome, man. And so he's helping me out. And that's what it's all about. You know, because I go to places, I like to play here, and they look at me and go, well, we'll give you a call, dude. You know, and I'm like, dude, if you know who I played with,
right.
Give me a break, you know.
So it's weird. So do you have to audition for places if they're like, hey, I'd like to play here, and they're like,
They want to hear me stuff on, like, are you on YouTube? Are you on Facebook? Okay. And I go, yeah. I just don't have a page. I need to make a page, a music
for
page.
Your music.
Yes.
So people can go
and I got something on YouTube. I think it's a beautiful song. It's about a girl who broke my heart and I broke her jaw. Just kidding. No, just kidding. No, just kidding. She did break my heart. So I wrote a song about it.
Well, that's some of the best.
Oh my God. Yeah, right now I've wrote some of the best music because I'm going through a breakup.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm writing them like crazy. I'm just like, man, I love the blues, man. You know, it's just cool.
So when you were with the bands and traveling, who did you write songs for the band, or was there someone else who wrote?
I've always been a writer, and my sister is the same way. We're just writers, you know. And it just comes to me like fast as I can write it down. If it takes me 10 minutes to write a song, I throw it away.
Are you? You may have thrown away some hits.
I probably do. No, I don't know.
I've tried to write a song, man, I
can feel it.
You can't. Well,
I can feel it. You know, it's inspiration. Again, you know, in a Christian, they say the anointing, and I can feel the anointing. I can feel it, and I just write it down fast as I can, and I go, man, that's freaking cool right there. I pat myself on the back.
So now, are you in the process of making an album?
Yeah.
And do you have a name for it yet?
No.
And how long before you think this will be complete?
Probably by around April.
Around April.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a song on there that you absolutely love? I know you love all of them, but if you had to pick one.
Can I look at my book?
Well, of course. Right. Yeah, man, there's no rules here. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, right, man. I'm going to get naked. Who said that? Who said that?
You are a hippie.
I'm a hippie, man. I'm a hippie. I just wrote this one song called "In This World of Cold." Oh my God, it's so good. Beanie heard it last night. He said, "Rick, that is #1 hit." I don't know. He's probably been nice.
I don't know. Beanie might tell if it was shit too.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know. God, I mean, all these songs right here.
Well, how about this? Which is your favorite song to play? Because I asked you to bring your guitar.
Right.
So, could you play us?
I'd love to.
A song that you love to play?
I would love to. Matter of fact, let me play this song about the girl who broke my heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And I broke,
I
broke her jaw. That's the name of the song. She broke my heart, so I broke her jaw. No, it's not true. No, we're still great friends to this day. I don't really have any enemies.
Well, that's a good thing. Well, Rick, I would say it's probably not good to be your enemy.
No, it's not. I don't want to hurt nobody.
We're going to get on to all the pain you've inflicted here shortly.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, I've had 17 surgeries, my friend.
You have?
Yeah. I'm Frankenstein.
After 50 years, that's pretty good.
I guess that's pretty good. Oh, God, there's just so many. Where's that song at? Come on. I just wrote a song, too. It's called Cannot Stop the Rain. I think it's really, really, really good. Chicago heard it. Chicago, the group.
The group Chicago.
Yeah, and they said they want to help push it.
So how did you, while you're looking for that, how did you get in touch with someone in Chicago, the band Chicago?
I know it by. No, people hear me, and they go, "Oh my God, you need to listen to this song," and it gets passed down, and it just gets passed down, and with the right people, well, man.
Now, if you need some, if you want to take those headphones off, you can, and you can put them back on later, or do that, whatever.
I want to hear myself.
Okay.
Can you hear that?
Oh yeah, we can hear it.
All right, I think I'm.
All right.
Okay, this is a little song called "Poor Boy."
Poor Boy. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know why I like this song. It's just a cute little song. It's on YouTube. It sounds a lot better on YouTube. And it's Rick Davis. My wife put it on there, and it says, "Rick Davis, I love you. I still love you." But real song, it's called "Poor Boy."
Poor Boy.
But
Okay.
it goes like this. Pretty cool. I was awaiting in love, anticipating to give all of my heart to you. And I was that poor boy losing his joy, letting life pass him by. You keep calling and I keep falling in love. Me right. Sometimes you wonder, life full of blunders can keep a person like you satisfied. And I was that poor boy losing his joy, letting life pass him by. Now you keep calling and I keep falling in love. Kept me blind, 'cause I still love you. Now I still love you. Going through some hard times, hoping to heal my blinded eyes so I can see right through you. Well, I am that poor boy losing his joy in life, pass him by. Now you keep calling and I keep falling in love. Kept me blind, 'cause I still love you. Now I still love you. Well, I still love you. Now I still love you. 'Cause I still love you.
Dude, that was beautiful.
Something like that.
That was a great man. That's a great song. And
Oh,
so
thank
you
you, man.
wrote the lyrics, you wrote the chord. I mean, you did it all.
Yeah.
That is incredible. And
Oh,
it took
thank you,
you
man.
like how long to write a song
5
like that?
minutes.
5 geez.
Yeah.
You know, it's not fair. It's not fair that someone like you gets to hold all that talent and not share it.
I want to show you this one real quick. And
Okay.
I hate to be like a. Hold on one second. This is Let me show you a song.
All right.
This I was gonna.
Oh yeah, no, the pleasure's all mine.
This is a song I wrote literally in 5 minutes. I mean, literally. It was raining outside,
Yeah.
and my wife, she was laying in bed, and I have an office room that's very, very cool. And I was just looking at her. It was raining outside, and the song went like, just how fast I put it.
Okay.
Darling. Got those windows open wide. Got a good woman by my side. Ain't got much now on my mind. It's alright because I'm feeling fine. And she holds me and she tells me that our love never dies. Well, I know her and I feel her. Keep that woman here with me by my side. Well, that rain keeps coming down, but it's so nice to have you next to me. No stubborn hearts can abide with this woman here by my side. And she holds me and she tells me that our love will never die. Well, I know her and I feel her. Keep that woman here with me by my side. And she holds me and she tells me that our love will never die. Lord, I know her. Lord, I feel her. Keep that woman here with me by my side. Got those windows open wide. Got that good woman by my side. Ain't got much new on my mind. It's alright because I'm feeling fine. And she holds me, Lord, and she tells me that our love will never die. Lord, I know her, I feel her. Keep that woman here with me by my side, by my side, by my side, by my side.
Damn.
But anyway, it was raining.
So I just threw that together in a couple
and I
minutes.
just threw it really fast, and I said, "Man, that's a pretty cool song. I think I'm gonna record that." So that's just one of my songs I like.
So will that be on the album?
It will.
It will be.
But I put the bass guitar and I put the lead guitar and some of the keyboards and different things. I can play about any instrument.
So let me ask you this: what is more satisfying? And be honest,
Mhm.
winning a world title or writing a song like that?
Equal.
Equal. Oh, you got to pick one.
Music.
Music. I knew you were going to say that.
My soul.
You're a lover. Fighter second.
Yes. Yes. Peace and love, man.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah.
So, when was it? By the way, those songs, those 2 are great, and I cannot believe, and I can't believe that you can write something. It comes to you, and you put that down on paper, and you can throw that together in minutes.
I can't either.
You know,
Willie Nelson said the same thing. He said, if it takes me, he said, if I have to work out, I'll throw it away. He said a lot of times I write songs on an airplane, on a napkin. And I go, man, I got it.
It's interesting because on an airplane is when I do some of my best thinking, and when things come to me.
Yes.
You know, like with business, with my junk calling and whatnot, I get these ideas about marketing or whatnot. And by no means am I smart or a genius on anything. But it's interesting how when you're in that lone space, you get time to think.
You do.
You know, because you're not consumed with anything around
Yeah,
you. Unless I find somebody interesting, I talk their ear off.
Yes, yeah.
So they
Me
put
too,
their
me
headphones
too.
on,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, that's the cue for me to shut the hell up.
Yeah, better be quiet now.
Gotta be quiet now. So, and you've always written. Have you written songs as long as you can remember?
Yes.
So you probably have.
What's this right here? This is 14. I just picked up the guitar probably around 13 and a half.
Years old.
And at 14, I started learning a little bit. This is so cool. I just love this. First song ever written. See your face is shining. There's no light that can compare. You're the light that stays forever. You're the light that lights my way. Found a little girl I liked. If I could gather stars together, put them in a bright bouquet, but no gifts can show my love for you. Give them to you anyway. He goes on now.
So you wrote that at 14?
14, yeah. I said, dang, man, I still like that song.
Yeah, I mean, you've been playing that song for 50 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that is crazy.
It's nuts, ain't it?
No, I mean, that's...
Yeah, I think it's such a cute little song.
Yeah, but your sister, you said she's a writer.
Yeah, great writer. Gosh, great. She had many albums out, and she died early in her late 60s. She was playing kickball with her grandchildren, fell and broke her hip, and some kind of embolism or something went into her lung and killed her within 24 hours.
That's it.
That sucked. And we were so, my family's very close. We're loving, kissy, loving, hugging. Wonderful.
Well, that's good because there are a lot of families that aren't.
Yes. My family was it. My mom was my idol. I love that woman. She was so awesome, man.
That's good. And it's good to hear men talk about their moms that way and not be ashamed or embarrassed, to talk about that. Yes. Because there's a lot of, egos that get in the way.
Yeah.
Tell them. Tell your mom and tell your wife. Tell your daughters.
Yeah.
Because they need to hear it.
Yes.
So I let my little girl, she's 3. Well, I have twins, a boy and a girl. And so I definitely let her know early.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let me ask you, how old were you when you won your first world title?
Shoot. 34.
You were 34 years old.
Yeah, 33, 34 years old.
Where did you first start practicing Muay Thai?
Muay Thai?
Or where you started in karate, I guess.
Yeah, I started in karate and taekwondo.
Here, it's locally in Statesville?
I went to Kim's School of Taekwondo in Charlotte.
So many people around.
Everybody did. Yeah.
Roger.
That's the only thing around. And I had these guys come into Kim's School of Taekwondo, and they beat everybody up. They were boxers.
Mm-hmm.
And I went after them. And they beat me up real good, but I wouldn't stop. Everybody else got, they go, bam, boom, and they get hit in the nose. They go, ooh, and they run.
Right.
And I said, and I just kept, fighting. And they said, dude, you got something, man. you just keep on coming. I said, I don't believe in stopping, dude. So I started learning boxing from a place in Charlotte called, what's the name? Queen City Boxing.
Queen City Boxing.
Queen City Boxing. I was going there, about the only white guy in the place, and I just smelled blood for a year because everybody kept, busting your nose. It's boxing,
Right.
and I knew then I didn't want to be a boxer, but I knew it would help me with my other styles.
Okay.
And then when I saw Thai boxing, I did a seminar. I went to a seminar with this guy named Surasu, called Master Chai. And I said, this is it. This is it.
You
oh
saw
my
it
gosh.
and you immediately knew.
I knew. And they were all fighters.
Mhm.
They wasn't on this kata and this crazy dumb stance. And I said, man, these guys are badass.
Yeah.
And I said, I got to learn this. And I followed this guy around to Atlanta, to Tennessee, to Virginia, all over North Carolina. And I said, I want to go, to the motherland.
Mm-hmm.
So I was, like I said, I was one of the first Caucasians in this, especially in this area, go over there and train.
And how long did you stay over there?
I would stay at months at a time, and but over 20-year period.
Okay.
And I started learning Thai language because I started going, so much. So I taught myself the Thai, Savadi Kap Mai. And so
you could have told me to go kiss my own ass, and I wouldn't know.
Oh no. I love you, man.
I love you too.
You're a great guy. And so I just fell in love with Thailand. I really did. And the people are so kind. Like I said, I fought in, been in so many countries. I've probably been in like 50 different areas around the world,
Mm-hmm.
Traveling. But Italy and Thailand is one of my favorite. I fought in France. I was going again. Pierre. And we was fighting. He was a Savate champion.
And now what's a Savate champion?
A Savate is their style of kickboxing.
Okay.
They wear little shoes and they'll pop you upside the head. They're good. They're really good. But they're not Thai boxing. But when I came out there, I had my American flag and my American shorts.
Dude, you were Rocky.
I was Rocky. When I went to Russia,
yeah,
I fought Dolph Lundgren. The guy looked just like him. He was like he was like 6'5". I'm 5'10". I look at him just going, my God, his body is amazing. What am I going to do to fight this guy? And I wore the red, white, and blue shorts, and we were Rocky. It was a real Rocky fight in Russia, and it's just, I tell you, man, it's just crazy.
Did you win?
I've never lost.
Never.
I've never lost a fight. But here's what happened in Russia. I kicked a guy so hard, and he just bounced off. And I was like, jeez.
What? So someone like you, who is tougher than a damn pine knot, and has not gotten beat ever,
right.
And you kick a man like that, and it bounces off. What immediately goes through your head? Oh shit!
Oh shit! So I jumped up and kicked him with a side kick in the stomach, and knocked me through the ropes, through the referee, the judges, knocked everybody, and they put me back up there. And my team was from South Africa, who was helping me corner. And I was with a 6-time world champion, Angelo Di Bella. He's from Italy. He lives in Montreal now. And they said, we seen this guy fight. His name was Andre Duco. And they said he's got a weak chin, or that's his weakest area. I said, okay, I'll go after it. Yeah. Well, I kicked him in the head, and sure enough, man, he fell back. His eyes rolled in his head. And I jumped up. I was going to throw an elbow to his jaw. And that ended it. But when I did, I tore an ACL. So I spun, and it's called a no contest. I said, I'm so bad I hurt myself.
Rick beat Rick.
Rick beat Rick. I was tapping out. But that really sucked because I was over in Russia with an ACL tear.
And what year was this?
Oh, shoot, 1992.
1992.
Is that the end of my career?
So so you knew immediately that you had an injury?
Oh, God, yeah. I couldn't. Oh, it was awful.
And they stopped it?
Oh, yeah. My foot was facing the other way around. Yeah, it sucked. And I went to the hospital over there, and it was awful. It was, there's literally, brother, looked up on a place like this, right? The ceiling is blood, and there was draining my knee, full of blood, and I wasn't screaming, but I was going like, oh God, kind of like that. And I had an interpreter. Her name was Kate. I still remember her. And the doctor told her, if he keeps grunting or making sound, I will not work on him. Because in Russia, we show no pain.
Oh, man.
So I said, okay, go. Woo.
Give me the stick.
Give me the stick. And yeah, it sucked. It sucked.
Dude.
That's a bad injury. And I was in Thailand 10 years ago, probably, and had a head-on collision. And I was literally paralyzed from my neck down. And my doctor leaned over my bed the first week I was in the hospital, and he goes, I'm sorry. Maybe die.
What?
I was like, good news. Yeah, man. And so, no, really. He says, we have no antidote. We can't figure out why I got this bad infection. We had a head-on collision, make a long story short. I kept laying there, honestly, brother. And I'd sit there and I just reflect on my life. And I said, I won't die. I don't know. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna come out of this. But I will not die. And sure enough, they ran in Monday morning. We have antidote. Because they're working with the people here in America. Dr. Fred Marks, who was my doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one who said, I found it. And they knew the right chemicals or medicine to put in me. So I was over there for 2 weeks, and they told me to stay a month. And I came back in a wheelchair, and I was always about 220, 215. And I came back, I was about 175.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'd do like this, and I couldn't even make a muscle. And I would call my nurses in to please scratch my face.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it sucked.
So, I mean, you had to have some sort of a spinal cord injury and some sort of paralysis.
Infection.
An infection.
Yeah.
Did you have surgery or anything while you're there to acquire the infection?
Nope.
And did the infection stem from the head-on collision?
Mm-hmm. I was trying to, my taxi driver, I was behind him, and he went through the windshield. I mean, the steering wheel went through caved in his chest. So when I got out, I busted the door up and I was trying to save him. And I said he was dead. I went to the other car, and the driver was dead. I went to the lady, and she was barely breathing. By that time, the ambulance came. And they said, you okay? And I said, yeah, I'll be all right. So I went to the hotel room, got dressed, and went out and partied.
Dude, you do not want to get hurt like that in Thailand.
No.
So they didn't even, well, that's just different over there than here, because your ass would have went straight to the emergency department and been scanned from head to toe.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And rightfully so, and they would have, dude. So they never knew what infection did you have? Did they ever tell you?
Yeah, they did, but it's too long to remember. But I do remember being in my, I woke up and I was like in excruciating pain, and I said, oh my God, I gotta go to the hospital, and I couldn't move. And no kidding, my arm reach away was the telephone, and it took me 30 minutes to get to it. And when I did, I hit O, and I said, I need help. And they came up there and rushed me to the hospital. That sucked. It sucked.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
was anybody with you? Did you have family with you?
Gosh, I'd go over there all the time by myself.
Oh, even better, Rick.
Yeah, yay.
The story gets better.
Yeah, yay.
So no one even here. No, how did they get a hold of Fred Marks?
My wife, I called her and I said, honey, I'm in the hospital and this ain't good.
Oh.
And so they immediately, soon when I went in, they said, who's your doctor in America? And I gave them Fred's name, of course, and they started working immediately. And it just got worse every day. It just got worse and worse and worse. But then after about a week, they found the antidote. And I started progressing about every day a little bit. I started moving one arm, and one side came back. I was like, yes! And then they said, no, you're not going home. I said, I'm going home Friday. I said, put me in a wheelchair and send me to America. I'm going home.
Get me out of here.
Get me out of here.
So at that point, were you fighing still, or were you just there for fun?
Training.
Training.
Yeah, I go there and train. I'd train for hours, probably 6 hours a day. 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon.
And so you were a 3-time, is that right?
Yes,
or
sir.
did you hold all consecutive belts at one time?
I had different belts. I had Karate International Council of Kickboxing, headed up by Chuck Norris, was a big factor in that. World Kickboxing Association, the largest in the world, and also WKC, which is they're more Europe.
Okay.
I mean, they're in America too, but their headquarters are in Europe. The World Kickboxing Council. I held all three of those, and I was going for the ISKA, and after that, I said, I quit. You know, I'm done.
You're done with
Fighting,
competition.
competition. Yeah.
And how old were you finally stepped away?
Golly, it's crazy. 41.
At 41.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's old.
Yeah.
For
very
fighting.
old. Yeah. But most people I knocked them out, and they didn't last but maybe a round.
Really?
A couple rounds. Yeah.
So you never had to. So explain again. I don't know anything about anything.
Yeah.
So a round in kickboxing, Muay Thai, Thai boxing is
5 minutes.
5 minutes, and how many rounds total?
5.
Oh,
25
dude.
minutes. So
that's a marathon.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you got to be in amazing shape.
You have to have incredible cardiovascular endurance.
Oh yeah. That's one of my great strengths. I never got tired. But just what I would do, you can ask my students. Even when I was practicing for a fight, I'd practice 2 or 3 hours here. I'd run in the mornings. I'd practice an hour or two, and then I'd come home. Or I'd teach a class, and I would work out 2 or 3 hours. And I always hit the heavy bag, before I left, with round kicks 1,000 times.
1,000.
1,000 times. I read somebody, this guy named Tony Lopez. He said he would kick the bag 500 times, and he was incredible. I said, well, if he does 5, I'm doing 1,000.
And that was
I got to beat everybody.
And that was every day.
Yeah, while I was training. Yeah,
that is incredible.
It ruined my knees.
Well, I was gonna. Well, yeah.
I just beat my shit on myself.
But you think that is what built up your cardiovascular strength?
Yes.
Was those 1,000 kicks?
Oh yes.
God Almighty, how are you not? I mean, sore,
no,
tearing stuff.
I know. No. I went running one time, and after I got a little over 10 miles, 10, 11, 12 miles, I just said, this is boring. I just couldn't get tired. Really, I think my body, I hardly ever produced lactic acid, and I could just go and go and go and go, and it was crazy. I sit down between rounds, and
that is not normal.
People, I say, I ain't tired now. Let's go. I'm ready to go. When I play music now, this is no lie. I usually play at places. It's 3 hours. I won't even take a break.
Really?
Mm-mm. I have great endurance.
No shit.
I just love to play, man. I love to fight, and same way. I go forever, man.
There you go again.
Yeah,
oh, that's not fair, man.
Yeah, I know. That's just.
So, who was your toughest opponent?
Oh,
when you fought?
Probably Dick Kimber. He cracked my skull.
Dick Kimber.
Mm-hmm.
Was that here in the?
That was in Montreal. And he looked just like Mike Tyson. And I was getting older then. I was in my late 30s, and he was tough. He was a great boxer, but he didn't know Thai boxing near as good as I did. I just destroyed his leg, put him in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you explain to me the difference between kickboxing and Thai boxing?
Yeah, kickboxing is above the waist. Thai boxing, we use below the waist, knees, elbows, clinches, and throws. Everything goes except once you get to the ground, you got to let them back up.
Okay.
And now MMA, when you take them to the ground, you ground and pound them, or arm bar, or choke them out.
But once you get them to the ground, you got to let them back up.
Yeah, in Thai boxing.
Okay.
And when I saw UFC, I said, "Oh my God, if somebody takes me to the ground, I'm history." And I hear I'm a champion, but oh my gosh! So I had to learn Brazilian Jujitsu. And I was very blessed with this gentleman came into my school. His name was Luis Togno. He's from Brazil. And he goes, hello. Nobody was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I like to teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I said, oh my God. I can't believe you're in my school. And so he started teaching me.
How did he wander into your studio?
I don't know. I don't know how he found. I don't know. But unfortunately, I got up to about, I was getting ready for my brown belt. I studied with him for years. And he was killed in a car accident in Charlotte not long ago.
What's his name again?
Luis Togno. Matter of fact, I got a tattoo on my shoulder with his name, Suri. Togno.
I wonder if that's the same. I have a friend, Edgar Gomez. And his friend, who I think was his instructor, was killed in Charlotte in about 2012.
That's him.
It's got to be him.
It's got to be him. He was a wonderful man. He always smiled.
How old was he?
God, like 45.
Yeah, I was like, he wasn't
Very,
old.
very young.
I'm gonna look that up after the show and see if that's it. Small world.
Yeah, I hate to paint it all.
Do it now.
People say small world. I go, yeah, I hate to paint it all. I heard Gary Wright. He was a comedian, and he had this real dry humor, and he'd go, "This is a small world. I hate to paint it all."
I love people with dry humor.
That's so funny.
I don't always catch it, as you can see. I think
me either. Yeah. So funny.
So, but when did you used to have a school here in downtown Statesville?
Yeah, and 38 years.
You taught here for 38 years.
38 years.
Man.
Yeah, I miss it. I wish I never stopped.
Really?
Yeah. I love TKO. Nathan Speaks. He runs it. He started with me when he was almost 16. Mm-hmm. And he's still, he's 40 now. He's over in Thailand right now.
Right now.
He took a group over there.
I remember him when he was with the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
I worked in the emergency department, and I remember him.
Yeah.
He would work there some.
JT Smith, he was with the police department here in Statesville. Then he went to the sheriff's department. He's running Lake Norman Muay Thai. All of those are my students.
Really?
Yeah. And now I teach, in TKO Monday, Wednesday, Brazilian Jujitsu, which is the greatest art I've ever seen in my life. Even though you're a Thai boxer, a Jiu-Jitsu fighter will kill them.
And why is that? Because you get them to the ground?
Yeah, and they don't know what to do. That's why I said, I want to learn that then.
Well, you knew your weak spot.
I did. And I wanted to, I don't want a weak spot.
Right.
So, and so I studied there. And then in Atlantic MMA in Hickory, I teach Muay Thai up there.
You know what would be, I think, like I'm too old to be a fighter, but I think it would be interesting if, or worthwhile taking would be if there was like a self-defense class, X amount of times a week or month or whatever, people could go and just learn how to defend yourself if someone's coming to your car, someone's confronting yourself in the bar, someone sticks a gun in your face.
Yep.
Obviously you run.
please.
But just, a couple things to keep yourself at least safe or alive until the cops get there, or protect your wife so she can get away.
Exactly. I'm against that.
You're against that?
I am against that. It never works.
It never works.
What happens is when you're under pressure in a fight, because I've had so many fights, street fights I'm not proud of, but I never start anything. I always try to stop it. But, people are stupid. So, but it's never lasted over a second. But every time, when you practice something over and over, it would be like, okay, I'm going to teach you A through G chord on a guitar, and you learn it, for maybe a month. Then you're not picked up that guitar for a year. You ain't gonna do it.
Right, you're sloppy.
You will, and that's what's going to happen in a real street fight. So, but the great thing is martial arts. I promise you. I got so many friends on Facebook. I saw this one girl. And she says, yesterday I had one Coke. The day before I had 2 little donuts. The day before I had this. She said, I'm so depressed. I said, I guarantee you, if you exercise, because that releases that endorphins, adrenaline. Sure. Oh my God, it makes you, I just left BJJ practice. I'm on cloud 9. And before I got there, I was just kind of like, yeah, but my adrenaline's going. Right. And I love it, or playing guitar, whatever. People's got to find a hobby. But BJJ, to me, is the greatest art I've ever seen. Well, Horace Gracie, the Gracies started all of this. And they got that cage, you remember?
Yeah.
And they walked out there and they said, if any man can beat me, anybody can beat the Gracies, we'll give you $100,000.
I did not know that.
And nobody could beat them.
Now, isn't there one, God, it's not Hoyt, someone was supposed to be, one of them was the best.
Probably Hickson.
That's him. Yeah.
He's a badass.
But he's older too, right?
Now he don't fight. Yeah. He's probably older than me.
Damn. So, but still, you would not.
Oh, good God, he killed you. Holy crap, man. With his finger, But when you do the martial arts and you start getting comfortable, your persona, your confidence just goes out the roof. Not ego,
Right.
not where you think you're hot shit or nothing like that. You're just like, you get more humble because you're tapped out 1,000 times
Yeah,
in
you've been
class.
choked out.
Woo, yeah. Your arms, and all this kind of stuff. So you get real humble quick, and it's just a humbling experience. And the camaraderie that's a real martial arts
Mm-hmm.
in a real martial arts school that can give you is priceless.
So if you had someone brand new
Mm-hmm.
who's never taken a karate,
We
Muay
do
Thai,
all the
nothing,
time, yeah.
what would you tell them to? You would recommend them to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes.
And skip the other.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm the highest ranking Muay Thai guy there is. I'm the Muay Thai guy. I am Muay Thai guy. But I don't hit you with my fist. You'll probably break it.
Yeah.
And if I hit you with an elbow, I'm going to rip you a new face. And then you go to court.
Oh,
and they're sitting there going, Your Honor, he broke my jaw and my eyeball socket and all this stuff. And then you go to court and says, What happened? He goes, This guy choked me out. You okay, buddy?
Right.
Or he pulled my finger back too far and it hurt.
Right.
So it's called the gentle art, jiu-jitsu. So you don't have to use all that power and aggression. I mean, that's if you really want to save your life, multiple fighters. Yes, I like Muay Thai, but again, everybody wrestles. Every school has wrestling programs.
Yeah,
they're going to take you down.
Oh yeah, I wrestled in school.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
See, you got the advantage.
Well,
you
not
got
anymore.
the advantage. Well, you can take them down on the ground and pound them.
That's right.
Yeah, you could. You really could. And you wouldn't realize what you could really do. But if you keep it up, oh my gosh, it's just the confidence is amazing. You walk around with confidence, not cockiness.
Right. There's a fine line.
Fine line. And if you got a good teacher, you'll become very humble. That's what I try to give my students.
What is for parents out there who are listening who have children, what is the good age to get them to start?
6.
At 6.
Mm-hmm.
And not really before.
No, not really. I get new students all the time, especially in Atlantic. I teach the children's class up there too. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the parents will go, he's 5 or 6. I said, well, I can teach anybody if he will listen.
Right.
And most of the time they do pretty well. When they line up, we do this little drill. And if they don't listen, I give them 3 chances. And I go sit down, and maybe come back next year where he can listen more. Because a lot of this stuff is taught at home.
Right.
They don't have discipline at home anymore. Here's a iPad. Here's a so and so pad.
Yep. And you've probably seen that.
Oh boy.
The attention span. Well, they're young anyway, so it's only that long.
Yeah.
But it's even worse now, I'm sure.
Oh, it's horrible. It really is. And people say, in my day, I did this and that stuff. But I really remember. I remember we have these. I lived in the woods with my parents, and they would be. I'm talking about 30-foot high trees, and I'd build tree houses up there at 12. I would literally take rope, pull 2x4s up there, nail them, and then put plywood, and I'd sleep up there in the weekends. It's crazy. I did all kind of crazy stuff. I'd make caves. I did that kind of stuff.
If you did that today,
oh my God,
they would call social services on your parents.
They're
going to jail.
They're going to jail.
That's right.
Yeah, and my mom, we grew up here at the mall, and the mall, of course, wasn't there. I remember when the Interstate 77. Yeah, 77 was dirt.
Damn.
I'm old. So we had this little house with a little farm. And I hope I'm getting wiser. And I would go to the other side where it's Valley Stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd go over there and just go, wow, look at these houses. We had a very small, very poor people. And I'd go, wow, look at this, And this, can't remember, the guy owns the Pete's.
Ray,
his house. Well, he had a bunch of horses. I would steal them.
Get out of here!
I wouldn't steal. I would. I'd go get them and put a blanket on. I borrow them, and I was an Indian because I had even back then, I don't like cowboys, and I found out I am Cherokee. My heritage is Cherokee, but I never liked cowboys, and I loved the Native Americans. And I'd ride horses with a bow and arrow, for years and years and years. It's
Was
great.
Ray not like, who in the hell is this kid?
They would. They go.
I guarantee
Yeah,
they would.
and they'd try to surround me, and I'd jump over them, and I'd stand up. I was a crazy kid, man. I was crazy. But
Hippie.
I was a hippie.
I always have been.
I was a peace, man. Peace and love, man.
So, what do you feel like your greatest accomplishment is, if you had to pick one thing?
It's just trying to be a loving person.
Yeah.
That means more than anything. More than the guitar, more than fighting and knocking people out. It's just being a kind person. I want to be kind. I want to love. I'm almost cry. I really am.
Well, don't do that.
No, because
You can.
Yeah, it's just because, like, I just met you.
Like, literally.
Literally. And I'm just going, I love this man so much. Ain't that crazy? I got love.
Well, I don't think it's crazy. I think there are certain people that you meet. Not
men are scared to say love.
Oh God, yeah. But I think you meet certain people, and you can tell either by their energy if they're good, like you said earlier, or bad.
Yes, sir.
What their intentions are, and I think that comes across too.
Yes, sir.
You can usually tell somebody within the first couple minutes, if someone's a shit ass or not.
I know it. Yeah. Then you go about face. I gotta go the other way.
Yep, I gotta go the other way.
I gotta go the other way.
So, what is the one regret Rick Davis has?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Not singing that song with that 14-year-old girl.
That was it.
No,
probably just didn't stay with Passenger. Because I know we would have made it. I know we did make it, but I think we would have been today. Oh yeah, Passenger and Allman's and the great Eric Clapton. I think
you would have been in that.
We would have been in that category. Yes, sir.
So can people, like, if they went on to Apple iTunes, can they find Passenger music? Can you find it anywhere?
No.
Why?
I don't know. Back then, like my fights, you know what I do? I never took a camera. I never took a VCR. I never took anything. I never took pictures. I do have a few pictures, other people took. I said, I'm going to fight. I'll be home in a week, Mom. Crazy. And
you had to have drove your mother nuts. She had to have worried.
She thought I was just the coolest guy.
But not worried? She's a mother. She worries.
Well, she did. Well, when I would go fight, she'd go, I just want you to be safe, Ricky.
Ricky.
Ricky, I was a little Ricky. And I was the youngest.
You were the youngest of how many?
5.
5.
And all of them are deceased except my brother. He's 73. And I'm talking about, his name's Tommy Davis. He is amazing, man. You're talking about beautiful human. Male human. That man, him and his wife.
Is he local?
He's in Hidnight.
In Hidnight, okay.
Yeah, and he retired from what's that big company in Taylorsville, furniture company?
I should know
huge,
that.
Huge. I mean,
it's not Bassett. It's
Mitchell Gold.
Mitchell Gold.
Mitchell Gold. He was the designer for him. He was upholsterer all of his life, and he made furniture for Cher, for Cindy Crawford and stuff. I mean, he had great talent. He takes cars. He had this old '57 Chevrolet, and it is rusted out. It's showroom. It looked like it. I'm sure he get $30,000 from it right now.
Damn. So he's talented as well. Obviously,
he can do. He take a clock apart. Grandfather clocks. I thought, how do you do it? Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I could.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm supposed to figure out.
Me too. Yeah.
I keep going in a circle.
But even at this age, brother, I feel like I still got so much more I want to do.
Yeah, for sure.
I do. I've got even music. I go, man, I want to really hit the music scene strong again. I just got a text message from my instructor, Joe Hurst, and I'm getting another stripe on my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, which takes forever. And
so you will earn your second.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I'm getting my second now.
So if people, how can people find you on Facebook?
Facebook.
And do you do any Instagram?
I don't.
Okay. Do you have a website?
I don't.
Okay.
I used to.
So if anybody wants to find you,
Yeah, go to Facebook.
Go to Facebook. And how can they listen to any of your music? Is it any way they can do that right
YouTube.
now? YouTube. And just type in Rick Davis?
Yeah, Rick Davis. And again, that song I played earlier, Rick Davis, I Love You,
Mm-hmm.
you know, from title. And there's a couple on there. And on my Facebook, I've got a bunch of different songs.
What we'll do is we'll put that in the link here to the YouTube channel and on the podcasting platform, so people can go into the details and they can look and search for you. But I appreciate you coming on. Will you come back?
Oh my God, anytime you want, brother.
All right,
I'm holding to it. I got another beautiful friend. I'm so blessed to meet you.
Well, no, the pleasure's all mine. I'm blessed, man.
I'm blessed, man.
For you to come in and
you blessed my day.
And to give my little show a chance. Well, I appreciate
wonderful.
it.
Yeah, man.
And before we go out, thank you to States Vegas Clothing Company for our sponsor. Thank you to Integrity Securities. If you need an alarm, check those guys out. Thank you to Casey Tate at Farm Bureau Insurance and to Hunk of Junk Hauling. And before we leave, you want to take us out on a song?
Love to.
Do it.
All right, my man.
In the meantime, while I do that, I'll say my goodbyes. We love you all. We'll see you again next week. This is Rick Davis.
All right, man. Thank you.
Killer.
I'm gonna play
Killer Rick Davis.
I'm gonna play you a nasty song.
A nasty song?
A nasty song. It's called Nasty Vision.
All right. Take it out. Not double vision.
It's a little blues.
All right. Perfect. I love it.
I love it, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Got a constant busy signal when I call you on the phone. Got a crazy feeling that you're not sitting there alone. Lord, I got a nasty vision. Ooh, I got a nasty vision. Listen to this. But it's my kind of fun. I can hear the whispers just like I'm not even there. Lord, you play without a reason. Lord, I really don't even care. Ooh, I got a nasty vision. Ooh, nasty vision. I said, Lord, it's my kind of fun. But it's my kind of fun. But it's my kind of fun. But it's my kind of fun. Ooh.
See you, everybody.
Thank you.